Good evening everybody and welcome to STB round 2 for tier 2 here at Portugal. I have started the stream prematurely, Matt, just so you're aware. I don't know if you can include your audio now, but I thought I'd start it a touch early. So maybe we've got some wet weather. I haven't. Shit. There we go. A little bit of a technical area there, but we do have some wet weather in the qualifying. We do have some wet weather in the race as well. So we thought we'd start the stream a touch early, just because it could get a little bit interesting, I think. We have pretty much a full grid, full 17, missing a few people, but still nonetheless some decent attendance for the couple, the first two rounds here in tier 2, and again tier 1 has some decent attendance as well. But Matt, what have you got to say about this track? Any thoughts? I think I know what they're going to be, but
yeah, I don't personally at all. It's almost impossible to get the track right. There's a lot of corners where it's easy to make mistakes. It's lots of places where you can just either track extends. I find it really difficult to find the correct lines around here. It's a very wide track. I don't really like the wide tracks very often. It can be a bit awkward at times. But I mean, it can be a good track to race at times, but generally it's not always the greatest personally. There's only really two really overtaking places. Maybe three with a steam one at the inside of the hair and just at the end of the start, middle of sector 3. That's really it.
Yeah, we did see some pretty decent racing yesterday. A lot of collisions though. And Jesus Christ, see Darkin go sideways there.
That was on bottom as well.
Yeah. Unfortunate for him because he might only have one more lap before this rain comes. If the guys aren't telling lies, we will only have one more lap, I think, until it gets rain on the circuit. But we had some decent racing in tier 1 last night. A few collisions. A few skeptical collisions for sure, a bit of stupid mistakes from other people, but we'll hopefully see a bit more action coming in today's race. Hopefully less contact, but we do like drama nonetheless, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of setups everyone's gone for here, because this circuit, even though it needs high downforce, you've got a long curvy straight towards the last sector and into the first, so hopefully the setup sort of kind of balance between a little bit of downforce and a bit more straight line speed, but we'll see in the race. It'll be easy to tell.
I'd say maybe a bit of the pace can be increased a little bit. Just rain coming maybe, but who knows?
We might see some laps slow down, I think, after track temps drop a little bit. It's getting more and more cloudy, so
it's one of the tracks where I actually will say took the alternate layout where turn 1 is, where it's a little game. I'd rather to have that personally than the back left. That's where I end up. Because I find that right hand there, it's almost impossible to do anything with that corner. I mean, it's impossible to go through there by yourself, let alone two people. That chicane I thought maybe we were interesting. I think we used it back in like GT2 world or GT3 world, looking at that depending on the car boat quite a few years ago. But we used it to lap it, took that chicane out, saw that, I thought I quite like that, I'm going to use it.
yeah, it's full of high corners here. If you make a mistake, especially into turn 1 or turn 4, or turn 3.
Oh, you say turn 4 and I said almost lost it there. No one hits it, kicks in there.
Just on a lap with Callum, this is the corner that I'm talking about here. Really easy to lose your rear end, so you're going to kind of lift off the acceleration a little bit and plant it on the exit. Callum is half a tenth up at the moment, so he's just behind Hypnose and P1, who actually he did drive last night with Hypnose, and he was quite quick. It is very much a DRS circulated circuit. I feel as soon as you lose that DRS, it's quite hard to get out of it, and we do have rain. So this could be interesting for Callum. Can he knock Hypnose off that top spot? or is it too late for the McLaren driver? He's only got a couple of corners to go, but the rain comes down heavy. And it looks like it's coming down. Bit of a poor entry there from Callum, and I think
very difficult corner this is. Very difficult to get it right. About not scrubbing too much speed off here, but you want to take a short route at a time. You too tight there.
He's just missed it. He's just missed it, and I think, and Anton's gone round.
We both pressed RT at the same time, and that's what's happened.
Yeah. Coordination. Some of the guys still out on circuit. I think that might be it for qualifying, if I'm being totally honest. 16.5 in the drive will not be beaten in the wet, but we'll still see. I think side is slightly down, but P6 for side.
Not
too bad.
Not too bad. Considering tier 3 yesterday, he's back in tier 2 today, so not much going on here. Jamo, he's coming around the last five down by 1.1 seconds in that. Anyone else on the lap spires, Invalidated, Pingers are not on the lap either. I think Dark is on the lap. People not set a lap time, it's not a great time to start setting a lap time. So it's going to be not too much from these guys as it's finish the lap, but that's Darkin and the Pete Alpha remaining. Yeah, P15, yeah, that rain is just starting to kick in a little bit now. It's just making the track a little bit greasy. I'm saying that, I can't just actually he's just been pushed back into big pits with no front wing. I mean, I don't know where he's got the front wing.
Track is reasonably wet now. Reasonably wet. Dilemma's very struggling all throughout that last sector.
Not wet at all, though. I don't even see
it doesn't. We've got water drops on the screen, though, and to be fair, it won't be long until we start getting spray, if any of these drivers.
I normally wait until I see those dots and it's getting a bit wet on the track. That's my initial reaction. That track is starting to get a bit wet. But
I do tell you what, though, in terms of Dilemma's retired on the circuit, that's not a good idea.
Well, it's no one else really. I don't think he's a penalty. I think it's only really a penalty you've actually instruct someone.
I think what this gives the opportunity for the drivers to do as well is also go out on those inter-tires. If we know it's raining in the race, get out on the circuit, do some laps, put some fuel in, go out. It's not going to hurt you. You've still got a few inter-tires because it doesn't matter what kind of tyre you set. So even if you're out on the softs, I mean, it's going to be a little bit more slippy. It might make you a little bit more cautious, and Darkin's struggling. We don't expect any quicker laps at all, but it might make you a little bit more agile going out on these softs than
yeah, I'm starting to see this wet patches now. This is the exact sort of conditions where I think the key's starting to get wet now. Just starting to see this wet patches, but in this game it's like, I remember the Netherlands, it looked soaking. It looked like full wet conditions, yet the slicks were still faster after about 15 laps of rain. But yeah, it was another interesting one. Was actually the T1 race we had last week. I think by the time we crossed the line, I think it was into the slicks were very similar, and yet Ferrari come down into that supplier, so he's going to come out and do some wet practice, which is fun to send. Because we've got some rain in the race, I think we're going to do some practice. I think people are tired. I think we've missed an opportunity here. I know he's come back on circuit on slicks, which is not very good. But it's not like he's still low on grip at the moment. He's got plenty of grip for spotting the slicks. Not exactly like it's slippery yet. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It looks wet, but just isn't according to the game. I don't think slicks can drive. It's almost like those slicks have permanent tread, which you can't even see, and 5 pounds in it. It's almost like the slicks are put back in the inches. Yeah,
I'm just testing out some of the game volume stuff with the mic. I don't want it to be a bit too loud, the game volume, so give me a second.
Yeah, I know one thing is if you on the stream settings, put the game volume on minimum volume, I think. That tends to be the sweet spot, personally. Back when we used to do the old streams where you used to start the stream on the app itself, it would be 10 out of 100.
Oh yeah, there you go, hang on.
Yeah, nothing.
I think we have solved the problem.
Excellent. Joey's decided to retire, saying no one's really going out. You've got Danny on intermediates. Danny's going to love these conditions when it comes into the race. So when it gets into intermediate, you know what happens. I can't remember which race it was now. One of those races where Danny, it was dry, and Danny was it was struggling a lot, and then it rained, or it was the other way around, and then suddenly Danny came alive. As soon as it dried, he just lost his pace. But
Oh yeah, God, where was that? Wasn't Italy? It was before, wasn't it, right?
but it should remember at all.
We did have an exciting announcement earlier from Formula One. The new game will be released on the 30th, or is it the 31st of May?
Yeah.
You can play it 3 days before if you get the exclusive. How many people are going to buy that game, I'm not entirely sure, just due to the basic version being £69.99, that is. So whatever that is in euros or whatever currency you use, I'm not entirely sure, but probably slightly more, which, to be fair, it's probably a bit of a rip-off. You know, they're trying to get more people and more, you know, people than ever to play the game, but I think the love for the game is dying out slightly just because there's not enough that goes on that changes. You know, tell me something that's changed game-wise in the last 4 years, apart from the traction and the handling of the car. You know, it's
the regulations.
It's completely different. So it'd be interesting to see. But I think as a pre-announcement, we are removing one of the circuits from the end of the season. I'm not declaring which one. Just so we have a little bit of time to kind of.
To be honest, if they're going to remove the track, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Portugal, because I don't think we're ever going to drive on here again, to be honest. But I don't see why you would want to get rid of it. I mean, if you already got the coding for it, but then again, I think it's for the co-masters to just see it as, why should I keep updating the track for not probably not going to race out again? Obviously, we still drive at Emma. Obviously, we still got China. China's obviously back on the calendar again, so there's a reason to keep China on here anyway. It's the reason why it's still here, because it never really got out of contract in the first place. So, yes, probably if it is a track that's going to disappear, it will probably be Portugal, I would assume. But I don't actually have a clue if it actually, what it actually says at the moment.
I'm just, again, fiddling around with these settings, so I'm just trying to make it right. 2 seconds.
Yep, just going around. I've got Kyra on the intermediates. We've got Jamo's just retired.
Yeah, cool, that's fine.
Danny on the intermediates, got Spider intermediates, Hypnosis. These guys are getting some valuable data here on these intermediates. Good practice. Oh, you're supposed to retire, I mean, people go, oh yeah, it's good to retire.
I think it's good practice. Yeah. I don't see why you wouldn't go out. Nowadays, by the way, the game volume is down to pretty much the minimum. Yeah. I've just turned the volume down on the voices as well, because I think it's drowning out the sound a bit. But yeah, only 1 minute 44 left to go of quali. Nothing exciting is going to happen unless someone goes into the wall, but then again it won't mean anything anyway, because you are not setting a quicker time than a 120 in the wets.
No.
Predictions for this race: we've got Hypnos on the front row. Anton did really well last race. Callum did okay. I think Joey he did all right as well, didn't he? He was battling Anton for quite a while. What is a shock is that Darkin, who actually won last race, is starting P15.
Yeah, it came out
I've
later,
noticed the lower you start down, and it doesn't matter which track, the lower you start down, there is still a way to make a comeback through the race. Even if you start P18, P17, we saw it yesterday with the likes of Attila and also Mick, who had quali bans for last race. You know, they started all the way at the bottom. Got lucky with the safety car, I think, and that pulled them straight back into the race box for the mediums, and the mediums last. You know, I don't know whether drivers or what lap it's going to get wet here, but it might be a choice to go for the mediums if it starts dry. See when the weather comes, because I think the mediums can easily do 22 laps. You know, at the start of the race, it might be a little bit less. Just due to heavy fuel loads, but if it's going to rain, I'd stick a little bit less.
What time was the safety car yesterday? Was it lap 11 did it come out?
It
12.
came out, something like that. I mean, it was something like that, because I led for the first 12. Tom got in front, I overtook Tom again, and then the safety car came out, and then for the next 8 laps I led, and then I got hit
Just wondering
you know,
because
till it
I
come
was on
together
the
to turn one.
mediums for that after the safety car, and they were literally about just gone over 70% when they got to the finish line, and just starting to really wriggle. So whatever that was, it's probably around. You probably want to do more laps than that. So yeah, probably about 20, 22. Probably won't do much more
Ooh,
on that.
sideways. Yeah, probably, but we will see. We're going to get underway in a few moments here. We will see the final qualifying grid out of the first 2 laps that these drivers did. Interesting quality grid. Interesting quality grid. Things to mention about this circuit, again, turn 3 or turn 4, traction zones very important, and turn 1. Don't go side by side in turn 1 because it's not going to end well. So let's see if that happens in today's race. Here is your qualifying grid. We've got Hypnos on the front row with a 16.5, followed by the Brit Callum. Anton 3rd, Joey in 4th, Ishad 5th, followed by the 2 friends of Side Effects and Tharlo. 8th, we've got Kara, followed by Jamo and Maudi, the fake Brazilian there. Danny in P11, KO, the real Brazilian, in P12, Spire in 13th. This is King, 14th. Darkin, our previous race winner last round, in 15th. Not a great qualifying session for him. Call Me Marcux in 16th. Dilemma in 17th and 18th. We've got Seti. We did have another Alfa Romeo on the circuit. Where did he go?
The both are there. Obviously, the other one, well, one of them I can't remember. I think it was Vassetti. I think it was the one that crashed. I think he lost his front wing. I saw him going to the pits, was into the garage with no front wing. But I
I
think
think I
although
only mentioned one, right?
no, well, there is 2 off rows there.
Yeah, both of the VCRL guys are here, right? Fassetti and I can't remember the. Oh, was it Dilemma who was the other one? I can't remember.
There's a new one here,
I've got a goldfish memory. I've got a goldfish memory.
But I remember. Well, obviously, I don't know how you manage questions to the barriers unless you've done something very spectacular. Big run off.
It is very hard to crash into any form of barrier here, actually, apart from the uphill left-hander in the first sector where you could probably lose the rear end and go left. But most people tend to actually snap back on their oversteer or understeer, whatever you want to call it, and go off the circuit to the right. So warnings and penalties are going to be a big factor in today's race. It's quite hard to keep this on circuit. We didn't really get too many penalties last night. We got a few 3 seconds and 1 or 2 6 seconds, but considering we had a full grid, give or take, you know, it's not too bad. But under the streets of Portugal, we've got 5 lights.
George on the mediums, a couple of the softs at the back. Yep.
And we're away. Hypnos gets a decent start, followed by Callum. Anton is going to go side by side, see if he can get that move done. The 2 Hasses all over each other. It's not a Hass. It is actually an Alpha Tauri. I'm losing the speech there. But here we go. Anton going for a move on the P3 position for Joey. Side by side again. Keeps it all clean. Looks to be a decent start for these drivers here.
Oh, it's me 3 cars involved. There's an Alpha Tauri, Alpine, and a Mercedes. That's Maudi. Wow. That's Maudi, KO, and Darkin.
What happened there? Jesus. 81 with damage.
Some, I think, somehow do have damage, I believe. I think Maudi's okay. I think maybe Kaio's not got away with it. I think Kaio did some damage up. I think 2 of them got tangled and the other one got collected. I won't be surprised it was Kaio and Maudi that crashed into each other because they're the ones that lost their positions.
Easily done. We see Side Effects going for a move on Ishad here. Both on the medium tyres. Gets pushed a little bit wide there, but seems to be okay on the circuit. That is Side Effects up to P5. And Ishad not having a great exit on any of these corners. And Tharlo's going to come round on the penultimate corner, see if he can get a better exit in that Red Bull. And oh my God, no!
They say that. He said he couldn't get the exit now, and yeah. That's
twice that Tharlo has been involved in a collision. I don't think there's any damage to the front wing. I think we just need to power on here. However, back to the action. Side Effects going a little bit wide there into turn 1.
The King gets past the Ishad.
Take it away.
As the Red Bull runs a bit wide there. King into turn 1. But there comes the hairpin. We've got the McLaren. The McLaren's going side by side. There's an Alpine. Side Effects trying to go around the outside of Anton. And now, yes, Anton's now side by side with Callum going down there as the McLaren gets caught in lines by each other. Oh, it's a tangle. It's a bit close through that corner. Into Samsung corner we go. And they'll get through the uphill nicely. Nothing too iffy going through there. But yeah, so
Looks like the top 10 got away pretty decently here. All the top 9 drivers are within DRS range of each other. There's a little bit of gap between Kava and Jamo of 8 tenths there, but not too much. We see the drivers going in again side by side. Ishad getting really, really loose on that front end and diving.
Oh, Maldi, no. No.
Did Maldi get caught up in that?
Yeah, Maldi stuck his nose in there and he's just spun Ishad around.
I don't think that was Maldi's fault.
I think
Ishad actually, Ishad broke a little bit too late.
Oh, he got
and went into the back of Thalo.
No, I'm pretty sure Maldi tangled him. I'm almost certain. I was in the forward camera.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
It
I
looks
was
like
on board with Ishad. We'll have a look. We'll have a look after. We'll review it afterwards. Good to see Joey closing in on P1 here, just under 3 tenths to Hypnose. And like I said, this race is a DRS, is a DRS race.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. You've got to stay within it, or you just fall out of that group.
That's how I managed to stay with it.
Look at Vassetti, for instance. The DRS isn't even active, and we're still, quite far down. This is King and Tharlo making some moves towards the back of the pack. Both of the Red Bull drivers, one on softs, one on mediums, and I don't know if soft tyre was probably the right call just to start off this group. We'll have a look at the tyres. We've got 3 drivers on the softs.
I hope this rain comes early. At least within the next 12 laps or something. If it doesn't start raining until lap 10, then it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them, I think.
Well, it's getting darker. We now have the DRS. Let's see. Joey closing in. Punting down Hypnose into turn 1. Can't get it done this lap. We'll have a look. Jamo is up to P8. And oh, we've got Dilemma round.
And here comes Marcus on Spire. In turn 1 around the outside with DRS. Still side by side. But the throttle just pushes him short the circuit. That's Tharlo's trying to get involved. And he's trying to get the inside in. The Haas realises he's there and gives him the space. And now Red Bull's trying to get around the outside. Just about to tangle. And now here comes the King.
A lot of action here. A lot of action is going on in Tier 2. Most of it seems to be clean in the first 4 laps, apart from that first incident.
I think there's a lot of people out of position around, like Tharlo. He's obviously not meant to be down there, so I think he's just picking up people that are at the bottom of these Tier 2 grid.
That corner seems to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. But
Seems to be a little bit of a problem for the drivers. Not much is going on at the moment. Going to see if Joey can get a decent exit here on Hypnose. Even though he's 7 tenths away, that DRS pulls him back straight into, he's got 73% DRS. He can stay in front if he uses, correctly. However, Hypnose is running a downforce out. You can see just due to the
Joey, how much he's gaining here. It's not like a move, but he might wait until turn 5.
I think we might see a move into the next DRS zone. Let's see if Joey can get a decent exit on this corner and a good entry and a good exit on this one. Ishad, look at just the speed that he contains through that corner. It's just so much that Joey won't be anywhere near into the braking zone. The braking is just after the 100-metre board for that corner there, so can't really dive on that corner.
There's been lots of front wing damage. That is King's front wing has been damaged.
How did that happen?
I believe Spire lost the rear and the King got collected in it of his spin. I think that's what's happened here. I don't know how King should pick up a time penalty. He's obviously got struggle with his front wing. Yeah, King's lost some damage, got right hand plate damage. Not good, especially when the rain's just about to come down. It's not great fun.
Well, I suppose if it was going to happen, it's going to happen about now. And to be fair, it's not going to cost him too much. He might be really quick in the rain. We don't know. I probably wouldn't box for another set of tyres just yet. Joey, back on the hunt.
If you lose 2 seconds lap on this front wing, you'll have to stay, guys. Because
look at the time gain, 4 tenths. The problem is, these corners are going to be hurting. So even though he's 3 tenths away now, look at the gap at the end of the sector.
Yeah,
5 tenths just there. It's a tenth per corner, pretty much.
Just don't feel like Joey opens up turn 4 enough, to be honest. To help him get down the straight and get better traction, carry more speed. Yeah,
Again, we've seen a
Why
DRS
is
change.
King
Danny.
so hard?
I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it won't rain. Who knows? Sky, that's me, Jade Snowy. I'm commentating alongside Matt. We do have a bit of a spin towards the rear of the grid with what seems to be not a Ferrari. Where are we?
No, I think it was one of the.
It was a Haas, it was a Marcus.
I think it was the Haas or the Alpha Tauri in that sort of like near the back.
It was Marcus.
So,
let's have a look at some position changes. Up 2 for Joey. Anton stays the same on the hunt again for Joey. See if he can do anything.
Look at the speed that Kyra's got. Side effects is going much, even though both have DRS.
203 miles an hour.
That's what I thought. He was flying. He was already making the move before the DRS activation point. That's how pretty quick he was
Look at
going.
how slow he is in the corners, though.
Yeah, he's getting eaten up for breakfast. Oh, it's ghosting. Ah, it's disconnected. Never mind. Oh, I'm trying to get him back in. I'm on BC. Let's try and get him back in. Just make an overtake and now he's lost it all.
Okay, we're now chopping down the positions as you see on the screen.
So then right back to K-Rap. Yeah, it's nice in places. Yeah, he's obviously running. He's running very, very hard outputs now. The AI is using overtake away. Shouldn't be using overtake.
Thank you, Sky. I appreciate that, mate.
Side effects has lost
Really
DRS because on Cam now because of that. Obviously.
And this might leave side.
Yeah, that's the problem.
We're in a bit of danger here.
Sky's over side effects. Obviously, he's lost a bit of time because obviously he's had to wait because Sky's got past, and now he's disconnected. Side effects has just lost 7-8 tenths. He wasn't DRS.
Let's have a look. Danny's teeing up the move around the last corner. He is gaining even before the DRS. So this won't be a problem for Danny. You know, there's no DRS in front. These two really need to work together to get back into this race. Considering they're so far down, let's have a look. The move is done way before turn 1. Inside, going over that curb.
Yeah,
not the line you want to take, but 2 seconds already in 1 lap. You know, that's how destructible this race can be if you're not careful with the DRS. We'll see these top 4 now just edge ever so slightly away unless there's any contact. Or Danny just shows an incredible pace throughout this, but the gap 2 seconds, lap 8. Let's keep an eye on that.
Yep, let's continue. There's top 4 here, all separated by and then 1 about 2 seconds. As the Haas has a little bit of a squiggly exit out of Samsung corner. That's Anton. Talk about Haas. Marcus has picked up the time penalty.
Yeah, we're going to have a look on board now with.
Cam's gone! It's Joey's way. It's Jim McCarron.
It's Joey.
It's Joey. I thought it was Callum. It's Joey.
I just caught the end of that.
I was on board with Danny there, and I just saw McLaren go, and I know Callum's in McLaren. Obviously, Joey's not normally in 2 and 2, so I just instantly thought it was Callum. But yeah, it was Joey that lost the raid. I just saw one. I just instantly chances that name that I thought it was. Yeah, that was sudden. That was. He caught that just about.
And Joey trying to make amends to that place that he lost back up into P5. Yeah. Let's see if Sai can attack him through this corner. The full traction user. Looks like he's going to get a pretty decent exit in this corner. And I love the way that he could just plant the throttle without any hesitation. It just annoys me.
Yeah, it annoys me.
Spire picking up a 5 second. Oh, he's left. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, leave it the tyre, so that's just going to be a nuisance for the rest of the race.
Yeah, and some drama up at the front.
Top 4
and there was
top
3.
3. Yeah. Oh, Hypno's had a bit of a sketchy traction zone out there. Lost a bit of half a tenth.
What was the top 9 is now the top 3. Split into groups, Matt.
Yeah, but I prefer
we've got a 3,
and
then we've got a 3. Haver's still out of that DRS though. 1.2. I've been using everything to get back into that DRS. He might gain it on this corner if he has a decent corner.
I prefer it when it's like when it's in smaller chunks of people because drivers. Because if it's just one big train, it's difficult to really get any moves done. But if it's in small battles, it's easy to
just out.
It's just easy to keep us in the to get some battles going. Yeah, Carol. Well,
he's just out. Joey using everything that he's got here, less than 15%, going for a move down into turn 1. He can get it done just before the corner, but he's going to have Danny back on the inside, nearly colliding there around turn 2.
Yep.
Goes wide, has a better exit, I think. Let's see if he can do anything back into the straight, and I think he's safe for now, is our Joey. The Flying Dutchman, representing the Netherlands. They do not produce the best drivers in the Netherlands. And if you tell me that Max Verstappen is better than Hamilton, you can get out of the stream right now. It's not true.
Half the people who do the stream lose.
It's fine, come at me sideways if you want. It's not true.
As Jerry decides to have a little bit of drifting out of turn 8, Samsung corner. I remember when I found out that corner was called Samsung, and Maudi went, what? Sorry.
Need to get some Samsung ring tunes involved. This is where the tyres are going to go slightly off here.
It's good for them 10 laps.
Yeah, but they start to drag a little bit. I was feeling wear, so physically wear through the controller vibrations by lap 4. So these guys are definitely going to feel it. Danny, let's see if he can again retake that position. And I did say 2 seconds, lap 8. We are now 3 laps after that onto lap 11, and the gap has doubled. This is what I mean by the power of DRS and the power of not battling each other. It you know, really is. We've got a side-by-side battle here. Through Dilemma and Jamo, they are touching. Round turn 4 they go. Pushes him wide. There is a collision. Does get pushed off there, does Jamo. I wouldn't be too happy if I was him. For sure. I don't think there was much in it, but we're seeing Tharlo. Jamo letting Tharlo go there in the Red Bull. 2 drastic races that Tharlo's had drifting around that corner.
Tharlo's are getting battles in a way that it shouldn't be getting the battles with.
Yeah, somehow it just doesn't work. We are seeing the top 2 though. There will be a change for the leadership either within the top 3. I think Hypnos has had a pretty bad sector 1 or 2, and we're going to see potentially a change for the leadership here depending on who has the higher downforce car. Hypnos again, very good race yesterday in tier 1 until he unfortunately dropped it. I can't remember where he dropped it. I think it was somewhere in sector 2, but let's see. Can Anton in the Haas overtake the Williams driver? He is weaving on the circuit. He can't weave again. He's gonna... Ooh, I thought he was going to go for it then. I was about to say 2 cars do not go into turn 1. I have said this for the last couple of days now, especially after my incident with a certain somebody in tier 1.
Can't do those.
Yeah, don't even bother.
And you've got Gemma and Tharlo battles in the back of the grid now. Was initially change of place, not sure what happened there. Yeah, Tharlo still trying to make his way through the field here. That incident with Eyeshad earlier really hurts me. That really hurts me yet. Is he making a move up inside? No.
Kira is now back in that DRS. So the gap is 3 and then 4. So
watch out for him.
To P2. I think if he wants to go, this might be the time for Anton. Gone very wide there. Somehow gained time. I think he wants to stay behind.
See this?
Got Danny in. Joey in.
Kyra's speed, look at him go. Boo's got DRS and yet he's going about 10 miles an hour faster than side effects down the straight. How can you be 10 miles an hour faster down the straight when you both have DRS? Tell me that one.
Makes no sense, does it? Maybe we're on realistic performance in the Williams.
Even I don't understand downforce. I think he's off the rears.
Side effects. Back on him. Look at the speed. He's staying in front of him. We're going to go side by side here. Down into turn 5. Can side effects regain that position?
He's got 20
I think he can.
20 clicks more downforce.
Yeah.
He can break about 150 meters later.
To be fair, you can sense the setup change. I think Side's running my setup, which is more involved in the corners. But with that battling, Danny is now pulled out of that DRS. So Side is not going to have DRS, which means Kira again is just going to have an easy overtake down this straight unless anything happens just before. Keep an eye on Joey, because he was 4 seconds out of that DRS. He has pitted early. What did he pit to? Hards. So he's gone hards. It's very early.
Well, the fact it's got
Very
the
early.
fact it's got lighter over the last 2 laps.
Potentially. Or it could just start going.
Right, let's look at this
14%
top
for
speed.
Side.
Look at Kyra, look at him go. Yeah, not a chance.
And this might be a reoccurring pattern that we might see.
That's actually carry so much more speed for this corner. I think either of them got DRS. Oh, Side Effect's just not using his DRS, right?
Now have a look at Joey. 4.7 seconds behind Naldi. These guys haven't made a stop. Let's have a look at the interval to the leader. How long is it for a pit stop round here? You say about 18 seconds tops?
Oh, I'm more now.
No? Really?
I thought maybe over 20.
That's like 13, 14 seconds of pit lane travel time, I think.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
you lose more time in the pit. Because if you get, you're still going 50 miles an hour, everyone else is going 180. So, I'd say about at least 20 seconds.
Okay, Brazilian getting the penalty there, 3-second time penalty. We may see a change for the lead. We've said it before. We'll say it again, I'm sure. Coming round the final corner, he's closest he's ever been. Let's see if he wants to get this move done and dusted here. He's not using, so he's going to be side by side if he goes for this overtake. Which he's going. We've got a chase for the leadership round the first corner. Callum's all over the rear of Anton now.
No, can't have it.
All this battling does is bring Joey into this. We're at 27 seconds now. And we'll keep an eye on that 27. We'll have a look at that towards, you know, well, further on into the race.
Down a lot of bits. Also onto the hards. Why is this raining?
It's either some very poor pit choices or someone's lying to us.
I heard dry and wet and dry. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. That's what I announced. So if that's not true, then someone's paying the full price. Having a little look at ERS usage. Out of the top 3, that's massive for Kira. That's massive. That's massive. Have a look at ERS usage.
You can gain that 3 seconds on the straight.
Yeah. Probably. We'll have a look at Anton, see if he can get that move done. Again, he's similar to where he was before. Using the slip, I don't think it'll be
He's faster.
that close. He is using, he's going for it.
Oh, okay.
Callum getting involved in the action now. Let's see if these guys can keep it clean. Keep it clean, even. I can't speak for some reason. 4.4 the gap to Danny behind. Let's see, will there be another change of leadership? Anton, for the first time in this Grand Prix, is leading this race on lap 16. This is what Portugal can do to you. You know, you feel like you're winning it and you can't get away from the drive behind, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're overtaken and you can be down a few positions. But Danny, 4 tenths up now. We said Joey was, what, 27 seconds behind? 24 and a half seconds. That's 3 seconds in 2 laps. That's quick. The undercut could have worked massively here for Joey. If he keeps it clean, doesn't get a penalty, I think Joey could be on seriously for a podium here. Easily.
Well, if this rain's coming as well, you don't have to worry about being on too much older tyres too long.
Well, the thing is, he's got 16, about, 17, 18 seconds. Yeah, he's got a little bit of time to catch up these guys. And they stay out. Oh, woo, Anton's in. Anton is in. And Callum's going to make a move. Callum is into P1 for this race, again for the first time. Massive dramas here through lap 17. So maybe the rain isn't coming yet.
Oh no, the sun's still out.
Everybody loves the sunshine.
Can't get there.
So he's setting a provisional fastest lap here. These tyres are warm.
I'm just going to look on the leader gap. see how far Anton's behind. 24
Anton's
seconds.
behind. Anton is behind. What an undercut this has been from Joey.
According to this, the fact that Anton was leading about 25 seconds lost a pit stop. According to this, 25 seconds, because the gap to Anton to from Callum is 24.5 seconds.
This will be a masterclass if Joey pulls this back. We do have a yellow flag. That is the Haas driver of Cal. Call me Marcus. Cal me Marcus. He might be coming into the pit right now. Hopefully he doesn't retire.
I don't know how it's going to be there, to be honest. I mean, if it was in the wet, I can understand, but no. We've set soft now. A bit confused by that.
So Danny's still closing in. Okay. Now picture this. Danny's closing in. He will take the lead of this race. Granted.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So Jerry's now effectively now
22 seconds.
Yeah. At least now I know that it's 25 seconds for pit stop loss. Around
So
here.
you can race in tier 3, right?
Sorry.
Charles, so you can race in tier 3 or what?
What's the pit stop got to do with tier 3?
Well, now you know that it's 25 seconds. You can race in tier 3 and master it. And win. Unless you spin.
What are we racing in tier 3?
Why not? I think you're a suitable candidate now.
Well, according to my pace yesterday, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I know
You can't win it all, and the
knew
people that win it all
I knew it
can't
wasn't
lose it
hard
all.
in the first stage, but bloody hell, I couldn't even keep up with the people in the backfield.
We'll have a look at some battles towards the lower part of the grid, if there are any. Darkin kept his nose clean. Had a little bit of an incident in the first couple of laps. Currently battling the Red Bull in before, and we do have Callum who is in. Callum is in. Let's have a look. What tyre does the McLaren driver go for?
Looks like a set of softs, that does. These are set of softs. I mean, yeah, then again,
Maybe it won't rain. Here we go. On board with the main man himself. This is going to be close here. This is going to be close between these two McLaren drivers. Who can get out in front?
But Anton's going to get ahead of here. He's lost a lot of time. But he's now on a better tyre.
You know what? He may have lost a lot of time, Matt. But look at the tyres.
Yeah.
Anton on the hards, Callum's on the soft. He is on the faster strategy. They won't take long to warm up at all. They'll pretty much be raring to go straight off the back. Danny up 9 positions for P2. Going to get the undercut though. I reckon we'll see some drivers come in at the start of this lap. Hypnose is going to get undercutted massively here. If you're first, you don't really want to pit first, if you get what I'm saying, because then the overcut has got nothing to do with it. And a lot of people don't really utilise the overcut in this game. I've found out, regardless of what we're doing, it's not something that's favoured to the undercut. Because the undercut normally is a little bit more powerful. It is. Alright. Let's see, will he come in? I think he is. Will he get a 5-second time penalty? That's the question. No, it's all good. Danny is in as well. Keira stays out though. We've got Side in. Tharlo stays out. So far, we'll see if he comes in. So the top 4 are in. Wow, Tharlo is in. Joey's going to lead this race by a landslide. Oh, no, he's not. Because Anton's just gone past him. I had no idea he was right there.
No,
he must have been side by side with him for ages. Callum, 2 seconds, just under behind. If these guys play this right, could keep him behind. But we saw it yesterday, even the medium to the hard comparison. I mean, it was very quick. And Callum's at 4/10 per corner now. Danny is up to a net P5. What a race from him. Might not be the best in qualifying, but certainly he's got the race pace. Ishad's coming to the bits along with This Is King.
Yeah. I think now Joey's going to be a sitting duck on those tyres.
I think so, yeah. He's now in that era, so here comes Callum. Let's see. Maudi picking up a 3-second time penalty there in P13. We'll see the dramas and trials and tribulations of the two McLaren drivers here. Will they work together? Will they fight? I think there's only one answer. As Kava comes into the pits,
Point,
I think
point.
if Joey fights this, it's going to be very stupid. Callum's burning and he's pretty much already passed him. You know, if I was Joey, I'd let him past. You've got the DRS. You don't need to fight it. You know, he sets the fastest lap and he's in the DRS of the drive in front. You know, by 5 tenths. Joey going wide there, that'll be a warning for him. Matt, do you want to have a look at the warnings for the top 3? Hypnose has got a massive undercut. You know, he's been undercut massively, just for the top 3.
Anton has one warning. He got that on lap 18. Callum, one warning, also on lap 18. And Joey has one warning, and he just got it this lap.
Yeah, I think we saw that coming. Callum now all over the back of that Haas driver. Will he go around the outside? Thinks about it. Probably not the best option. He is on those faster tyres. Get it done over DRS street. You know, he's slower in these corners. Even though Anton might be a little bit quicker in a straight line. That is a pit lane retirement, by the way. You know, Joey's been dropped. So this could mean if Anton does, you know, stay in his DRS, we could see it all to play for. Callum going around the outside here, not something you see very often. It's normally on the inside, but completely streams away. Look at that, the speed that he's gaining. You know, 192 for Anton, 197 for Callum. Round the corner, you'll see him just take off in a minute. Yeah, especially around these couple of sets of corners. You'll see Callum just go.
Obviously, get Anton's on full up pressure tyres than Joey, so might still have that extra little bit more grip than Joey. So maybe he'll hold on a little bit longer, depending on those softs haven't lost their sort of special grip they have for the first laps.
It's a little bit broken. 4 tenths separate the top 2. Joey's been dropped by 2.5 seconds now. It's just absolutely gone. Which also leaves him into the DRS of Hypnose. So, just over a third of the way, also 2/3 of the way into this Grand Prix. We've got a third of it left. 10 laps, give or take. And we haven't seen too much fighting. But it's been an interesting race to say the least. We'll have a look at the position changes here. Everyone in the top 3 have been up 1. Hypnose, who qualified P1, is down to P4, and I think that is a little bit of the drama to do with the circuit. So if you qualify first, unless you break the DRS, I think you're a sitting duck, which is what happened last night.
Hypnose on Joey up into the podium positions. Obviously, goes on those soft tyres. There he goes. No, I think Joey can really do, to be honest. But yeah, I always feel like after the pit stops, the racing tends to die down. Joey has a speed moment down out of turn 3. I'm sure every time a pit stop happens, it kind of just separates them out. Obviously, they're all on equal situations,
going for
equal tyres.
Further down, there's a little bit of action between the Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull driver. We'll see Thala potentially get in front of here. No ERS compared to that driver, but he's going down the inside. I don't think he's going to make it too hard for him. But here you go. Thought about coming back there. Not quite. Hypnose has been completely dropped. Joey is struggling. Then again, he's on the older tyres, isn't he? Let's have a look. You know, at these stops, he's on 10-lap tyres, 10-lap old tyres. Yeah. Compared to Danny behind him, who might pick up 4th place here. It's easily done.
2 seconds a lap faster, easy.
1.9. It's just losing so much time. The hard tyres, not the ones you wanted to go on. Especially doing the strategy the way that he did it.
Yeah. I was
looking
at the strategy graph yesterday, and I thought, if you go on the hards, according to the graph, your lap time should get faster as they go on.
Well,
that means the fuel is making the car go quicker than the degradation of the tyres.
I'd like to say that Anton has no ERS. Callum has got no ERS.
He's obviously trying to use a lot of it to try and keep it in DRS.
Hypnose and Joey are pretty much the same, and then it's 40 and 20 and 16 and 19. So nothing too exciting going on.
Past Maldy, I believe, into turn 1. Maldy not having the greatest of races. I mean, he did get caught in that incident at turn turn 4 with Tayo and I think it was Dean. No, it's Darkin, sorry. Darkin.
There's a fair share of people involved in that incident, which sucks for those guys, but yeah.
No, Danny is right on the back of Jerry now. That's not up to that gap. It was 2 seconds. It's now half second. Coming around here, is Jerry going to fight it? Both got very similar ERS, so it's them whether they want to play it or not. Danny's not really using. Jerry is using. Danny doesn't even need to use it. Still gets the move done up the inside without the ERS. Just using the tyres, and that's all he needs. Now, got a little bit close there, didn't he?
He touched him.
Just want to sniff those exhaust gases. Exhaust there.
They smell nice. Callum on for a bit of a landslide victory here towards the end of the race. It's all about Joey and...
what happened to the rain? Where was this rain that I mentioned?
I don't know. It was bullshit.
I thought, it's got cloudy here. I thought, it was going to rain if it's got sunny as it's gone on in this race. It's still a bit overcast.
If there's no rain, you carry on with your normal strategy, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if Jeff doesn't say or Mark doesn't say there's not going to be any rain anytime soon, you're just going to continue with the normal strategy, aren't you?
Who is Mark? Mark is irrelevant.
Oh, Jerry's all over the bloody place. Jesus, bloody Christ. It's off to me about 4 times how that bloody airfield. Not great. I mean, lost about a second. Well, no, it was Jeff that was the old engineer, and then from I think 2022 onwards, I think it's been Mark as engineer.
2 Alpha Romeos. I wrote down in P9 and P10. 4 tenths behind his dilemma. He's gaining under 4 tenths now. Should be an easy move for one on the other of the teammates.
Yeah. You know the race is dying when you're looking at who the people have taken for B9.
Yeah, it's a points position, isn't it? The difference between 1 or 2 points can win you the championship. We saw that in Tier 1 last season.
Literally the only battle within 1 second of each other. Everyone else is with that outside DRS. With quick to the often it's Haas that goes through them. It's Marco and Marcus. It's picked up, I believe, for like the 15th time. I'm sure he's picked like 4 times ago. Yeah, he has. Soft, medium, soft.
Yeah, the race is dying down a little bit. We've got 7 laps to go.
Jammer and Malby
starting to go.
and Darkin all not picking up points here. There's a Haas round, and don't worry, it's not Anton, it's just Callum. I'll call him Marcus. Oh, you got me to call him Mark. You got me to call him Callum now.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's your fault. That is.
you called him Cal, so I don't go anyway. Callum.
Yeah, well, it is the start of Cal. You could put Calmy, Marcus.
Calmy, Carl.
Well, the X and the S are very close to each other in the keyboard, so I think. Yeah, they are.
Don't see anything we haven't. It's just the Alpha Romeo having an old ding dong battle here.
Yeah, a little bit of side by side tussle would go down nicely. If anyone wants to make a mistake in the top 6 or 7,
it's closing off St Anton.
I think Estalo will get P7 in this race if he doesn't lose 7 tenths in the next 5 laps. 6 laps, 5 laps.
It's not exactly been a great week for Arlo for the STB, to be honest. In fact, I was keeping on at 30 yesterday was not exactly naturally. It's not necessarily the best thing, to be honest, but it's obviously because I was a Haas at Manchester Marcus ago. I think Marcus has forgot how to put power down the road, to be honest. Got 6 laps to go. This race has just been, I think, the sign for being not been very entertaining. Has just arrived. Nothing's really happened. Just waiting for Hypno's. Harry's not in the lobby again. When did that happen? Harry's not in his car again. He's ghosting. I don't remember when he left. It's just been overtaken by Tharlo. You here, Jack?
I am here. I am.
Oh,
Just
it's dark and dismal.
If there's any entertainment going on, but there's not.
It's just got on the back of Anton here, so you have got something to look at too. POS will be enabled for the Williams United. This time it's not KRS, so I have to worry about battle disappearing in about 0.2 per second. But it seems like that won't be the case anyway. Ash tries to defend it, but no, it's just the Williams got the airspeed, and he has the grip to go around the outside, up into the P2. Well, Danny closed 3.7 seconds. But it's getting time now where those softs are going to start struggling and the hards and just start to come back into play here, I think. It is getting towards that period, so I don't know if Danny's going to have enough grip to actually catch up.
I don't think he will do, if I'm being totally honest.
Those softs should be dying around that 13, and Marcus was hired on track, and he's caused the virtual safety to go up, but it's not exactly going to do much. I think anyone's going to pit on the virtual safety car with 4 laps to go. Unless it was a full safety car, then that makes more sense. So, the only thing about this is it gives people time to recharge their battery packs back up, maybe try and burn any unnecessary fuel they might have, if it can. Or save any, if it's vice versa, if it was the other way around. Yeah. I've got a couple of people in the pits, but I think they're towards the back. Not sure why.
Well, here we go, on to the straight. See, 3 laps to go, people. 4 laps to go. Let's have a look on Anton and hit those here.
At least he gives the hit those about defending into turn 1. How long is this shift on the B4? Well, no, see,
the longer the better for Cal. We've not. We have not.
Not a full safety car anyway.
No.
Well, there hasn't really been a good crash on this. So I can't remember who caused the safety car yesterday. I think a car crashed at the last corner, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, not had a safety car today. But then again, I'm not too surprised considering the nature of the circuit. Still virtual. It's been overlapped now. There you go. No, it's been disabled. Back on racing.
If one of them got by, I think. Side effects is all over the back. Oh, he's getting closer anyway to Joey, so we might see him move up into the top 5. Tharlo somehow has managed to get into their DRS as well. I don't know where that was coming from. He was on for P8 in this race. He's now on for P5 if he does this correctly. We're getting it all back.
So we've got a little bit of a freeway battle for P5 here. Joey leading the battle here on those hards. They're all going to get DRS down here, but Anton keeping within DRS of Hypnos. I wonder if he's trying to figure out coming back soon. So those softs tend to do about 13 laps, 14 laps, so those softs tend to do.
I think there might have been a warning there for Anton if you want to check that. He's just run wide in the exit turn 1. I believe that's him now on 2.
He did get a warning for that, so you got a good eye.
Can the pressure get to Anton? Side effects, all of them. We've got 3 people now, all within 4 tenths of each other. Let's see. Those hards of Joey have really gone off. Really gone off. We'll have a look at the tyres just so you're aware. You know, we're on 11/10 laps old soft tyres, and yeah, I mean, Joey's on 18 hot halves. It didn't really constitute any defence there at all. Going on board now
2 laps to go.
with Anton. Darkin taking that fastest lap away from, was it Joey? Oh no, it was Callum that had it.
I can't remember.
Probably a smart there. Have a look. Let's see if Anton can get past the hip nose. He is faster, way faster, probably going to leave it. He needs to get the move done realistically this lap. Probably towards the end. Over the line of next lap. Sorry, not this lap. Tharlo going side by side into turn 1 with side effects, his friend. He is flashing. Side has got a little bit more ERS and looking for the inside move. There could be drama. There is drama.
Bloody hell. Look close, isn't it? It's now Star's coming back here. It's giving Joey a bit of a breathing space here. That's how Star is. I think he's got a great exit though. But he's got almost no overtake left. And we've still got a lap to go.
It could be drama. Could be big race drama. Anton coming through some of the penultimate corners here. Getting a little bit slidey on those hard tyres. The hard tyres are coming back to him though. The hard tyres are coming back to him.
So don't forget these softs.
Got 41%, 60% for Anton. Sorry, he wants to burn. He wants to burn it all. Burn it. This is where you want to make the move. They're still burning. I don't think he's going to get it done. He might get it done. Here we go. Here's the action we've been waiting for the last couple of laps, side by side. Can the car on the inside stay there? He gets pushed wide. Still side by side now.
Is he going to get the switchback done? He's going to have DRS coming down this straight as well.
No grip.
Those soft have just started to get off, I believe, this quite too hard. He's just coming back to him. This is what I was talking about.
Can he get the move?
Is he going to do a switchback?
Round the outside, do you think he can get it done?
No, he's been pushed off the circuit.
Wide.
There's no grip out there.
For that, surely.
Much better very aggressive there by hit nose. For the limit, if not just a bit over the limit. Let's see what happens if anything reported there.
I don't think so. I generally don't think so. And I think Hypnose is going to keep on to this P2 here unless anything drastic happens. Anton just needs to keep it nice and smooth. Keep on him. There is not a lot of time between that DRS line and the start-finish line. So if he wants to make a move, he needs to get on him straight away. But I think after a treacherous battle with quite a fair few people, after being P3 for most of this race, Callum is coming round the final corner to win here in Portugal round 2 to increase what can only be described as a decent season so far. Anton is not going to have that pace to get round him. Danny, after moving up 7 positions, comes P4, starting P11. Great race there. Darlow, can he get the move done towards the end? I don't think he can. Side effects.
It's not quite.
P7, Kavra, Emma.
That side effect goes into the back of it.
Oh well.
As the car is DNF bound today, hasn't he just crossed the line? If he even has crossed the line.
Matt, if you want to take care of the podium interviews, just get Callum, Danny and Joey in, just because those are only the top 3 that actually can join.
We just do the people that actually got on the podium, they're bowl people that don't go on the podium. They didn't get on the podium, you don't get an interview. Unless you're on the suspicion that you will get a podium and get penalties. Which happened to you once, I think, in Japan, where I finished P4, but we were almost certain they were going to get a penalty ahead of me, and then I got an interview. But yeah, we'll just get Callum in.
We'll take care of that. I will be back very shortly.
Alright. So, yep, Callum is your victory, obviously. Here he is. Driver of the day for Seti? No, I wouldn't say that. Purely because he's got the most, positions gained. Here is your podium finishes on the podium. Obviously. Definitely was first half of the race was great. But the second half, maybe not, wasn't as good. I would say that the battles tend to die out during the pit stops when people get on different strategies. It kind of makes things interesting, but a little bit more boring at the same time. Yeah, if they're all on the same tire, the same age, they all run next to each other, it makes it quite interesting because they're all battling on the same conditions. But It is what it is. Callum wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. I can't remember the last time I said that. Hypno's P2 and then Anton P3. Only 2 tenths behind. And then you got Danny in P4, a bit of a lonely P4 in the end. Joe P5 holds on to that. Domino P6. Halifax P7. Kyra P8, despite being disconnected twice. Essex P9. Dano P10. And then we've got Ishad. And then out of the points, we've got Ishad and Maldi not picking up any points at all. So it's Jamo. And then you've got Darkin behind him. He's got the fastest of the race. And then got Kaya. He's on one that is been lapped. And obviously Spire 2 laps down. And then the other guys, I don't actually see them DNF'd. Don't need to see them anyway. We try and get Callum in for an interview if I can find him. If you'll join, there he is. Callum, if you would like to include your audio for a quick interview.
Yeah.
Jack is not currently here at the moment. Back in a minute. So I'll be doing any questions. Callum, you've won the Portuguese Grand Prix. I can't remember the last race you won in STB. I can't actually remember. It's been a little while. But I think how happy that? Because I think you're going to be very, very happy with that, considering it was a 4-way battle near the start of the race. I think you've managed to pull away nicely. You got the strategy right. Obviously, the softs were the right call, not the hards. That rain that we got claimed that was going to happen never happened. I don't know what happened there.
Rain. There was no rain. Yeah.
I know, but we got told it was dry, wet, dry. So
yeah, based on the weather thing, it was sort of overcast. It wasn't really rain. So I don't know. It said on the obviously on the qualifying thing, it said there was going to be rain at the start of the race, but there wasn't. But at the start, obviously, I was just able to stay behind Hypnose, Anton, and Joey, and I got past Joey, and then he had a moment. And then obviously I knew that the hards weren't great around here, so I obviously ended up going to the soft, and that was the best strategy really. I sort of pulled away from Anton and Hypnose behind.
And do you think that there were any big moments that kind of defined that win? I think for one, Joey had a great shot at the undercut, but I think the tyres were a bit too dead. Did you feel those soft tyres going off a little bit towards the end of that race?
A little bit, yeah. When Anton and Hypnose, they battled the last lap, I think it was. But the tyres at the end were about 70% worn, which weren't great, but they were fine for the majority of the race, really.
Well, good stuff. Congratulations on your win. It was pretty much a landslide towards the end of that race. Got a little bit boring until the last 2 laps, until everything come back alive again. So, congratulations to the podium sit-ins. We can't get Anton and Hypnose in there, but great racing from the rest of them. Catch us tomorrow, where you can find who is commentating tomorrow? Is it
me and Matt?
You and Matt.
Yeah.
You and Matt, Callum and Matt for Tier 3, Round 2 until next week, and we move on to Baku, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, first time we race there in. I think it'd be this game. First time.
Yeah, it is first time.
Third time we will be doing it.
So enjoy Tier 1 at 7 o'clock on Monday evening. Thank you very much to everyone for watching, and have a good rest of your week. And enjoy.
Bye bye.